RLPS crew at BDNY New York.
Woohoo!
What are you guys excited for?
I want to see if Art Deco is a big influence. I think a lot of the products we've been seeing at our office lately are very deco inspired. So I'm curious to see if that trend is going to continue as we start to look at different pieces of furniture and lighting and tile. Just to see if that's what's going on.
You know, and I'm excited to see counteracting the trends as well, just how similar each of the trends are between all the different booths. We found that a lot of the times they carry the same trends into the new year, so I'm excited to see how they're all cohesive and coordinate with each other.
Yeah.
Well, we always love coming up here to New York for BDNY. I think I would say, well, meeting the reps and keeping touch base with the reps is always great. But inspiration.
Absolutely.
That's what I say.
What better inspiration than New York?
That's right.
So these this is our mesh acoustic ceiling system. It is comprised of our Zintra acoustic panels. It's our most acoustically advanced ceiling system to date. It has an NRC rating of 1.0, meaning it absorbs 100% of the sound waves that hit it. It starts off with a powder-coated metal frame. This is available in multiple colors. And then we have these little acoustic quills that tension fit into place. It's totally customizable, so you can do a ton of different configurations, as you can see up here.
Within the book, you're going to receive the texture palette that will allow you to change the colors.
So the entire suite of products is on your website? Yes. Okay. All right. Thank you.
So she's going to do them all at once.
Hey, by the way, we're doing 10 projects.
Actually, our national sales manager lived in
Utopia. It's a brand new pattern of Supreme. Supreme is a hybrid textile, so you have your polyurethane back, silicone face. It's impermeable to liquids. They call it the ultimate moisture barrier. In comparison to our Krypton editor, they're both like a nubby boucle, but you have definitely a softer hand on the Supreme on Utopia, and the price point's a little bit better.
We love that. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Se no dovremmo parlarne, magari possiamo parlarne per telefono.
Pennsylvania.
So these shoes are so hot. What's the story with these shoes?
I just liked them. They were pink. Why not?
The vibe.
You know, you gotta have a little sparkle and a little color.
Don't mind me, I'm just gonna sit here by the fire the rest of the day. See if I can hunt down some champagne. Look at this chair. It's crazy concrete. Look at this.
made to go in the pool, but they could go to the edge of the pool.
So is this a resin product?
Yeah, most definitely. So I just need to write that.
I want to think it's...
So it's really nice to see them having some stuff. It's like, oh, I wish we still had it.
Have a great show. Thank you.
How are you? So yeah, so we were.
You can touch, but not for maintaining. You can touch it. You can feel it. You can smell it. You can even eat it because it's that safe. But
maybe taking it off.
Yeah, do that. Yeah. All right, this is
Christina, would
Jeffrey.
you take this for us?
One of the fun things about coming up to BDNY is a quick trip down to the High Line. Usually I hit the High Line first thing in the morning, but we hit the show and I've been on our feet since 10 a.m. It's getting towards 3 and I had to make a quick trip down here. All that to say is the High Line is packed with people. It's still good to be out here, seeing the city, getting away from the design show, but so many highlights from the design show. I'm gonna jump back and do one last trip through the event space. So good to be in New York, and stay tuned for highlights from the show.
hey Matt.
Great experience in terms of enjoying the resort and all that, but also some of the presentation. The idea is that we can introduce.
Coach us.
Well, we've made it back from BDNY 2023. We survived.
Yay!
How did your predictions turn out, and what are your thoughts?
Well, I can tell you that I had predicted I was going to see a lot of Art Deco inspired products or colors or shapes. I did not really see that. It kind of surprised me. There were a couple of booths that had that kind of as their primary design scheme, one in particular, Encore Flooring, which does a lot of beautiful custom carpet patterns. Their whole theme was like a 1920s
flapper vibe.
Yeah, in fact, it's called Speakeasy is the new collection that they're offering. So
you're spot on with that then.
Yeah, so that was one definitely that sort of fell into that category. But what do you think?
I mean, it met my expectations with sustainability. I really thought that was captured, especially in a lot of different products, outdoor products with reusing and reuse of maybe trashed, kind of like trash to treasure. But it definitely did, like Amy was saying, kind of shock me a little bit with the trends and how that went away from Art Deco, but more so, like you were saying earlier, evolved it into something new. So it was kind of a nice, pleasant surprise. Kind of happy with the direction everything's going.
So what about some trends? Do you see any good trends that are upcoming for the next 2024 season?
Well, definitely color trend for sure. I mean, warm tones are in. Terracotta and every version of terracotta was very, very prominent throughout most of the booths, whether it be in the upholstery or wall covering that you saw on display. Even some of the tile that they had was sort of that sort of terracotta, Middle Eastern, Moroccan, Mediterranean kind of flavor.
It's that natural look, kind of expanding upon the Mediterranean, so it wasn't the full-on like golden arches, but it was definitely kind of taking that natural, simplistic look and making it into something warm and inviting.
Yeah, it made you feel like you should be hanging out in a cabana in the desert.
Kind of. Wish I was.
Which was also funny because not necessarily with, well, I guess it's a trend. The outdoor umbrellas that we saw.
Yeah.
Several of the manufacturers have introduced a style of outdoor umbrella that has scalloped edges, which again looks very much like something you would see in Morocco, or even there was one Italian furniture company that it was very Venetian looking, had almost kind of like the swoopy kind of coming to a point, and it was striped and it had the scalloped edges around. That was something that I was not expecting to see. Totally different when it comes to outdoor furniture.
Well, especially with, I feel like outdoor furniture was so minimal at one point, and now it's becoming more like a second space. Which it makes sense with everyone kind of moving to the outdoors.
Yeah, trying to make it most of that indoor-outdoor living.
Yeah.
Very cool. Any closing thoughts?
I'm very thrilled with the way the trends are going. I hope it stays this way. It's very warm. Like I said earlier, it's inviting. So I hope everything continues in this direction.
Yeah, and I agree. Biophilic design was still very prominent among many of the manufacturers and their displays. And that whole thing of bringing nature to the interior environment, I think is huge, and I don't know that it's ever going to go away, and hopefully it doesn't go away, because I really respond to it personally, and I just think it's a great way to make people feel better in their spaces.
Very cool. Thank you.
Thanks.